All right, good morning, everybody. Today we're looking at TRVI. It's looking pretty okay here as it holds that 200 EMA. Saw a big run up from about $2 to just under $3 here. Looks like it's back around that 250 area. Hopefully, we see a bounce off this 200 EMA. We've got NRSN with a big run up today, going from 245 to just over 330 here. Currently sitting around that $3 range, just below that VWAP. We do have room for a nasty drop here, so hopefully we see the push back above that VWAP and start making new highs. We've got CAN F here. Again, with the big run up from 95 cents all the way to $1.30 here. Looks like we're back down to about $1.05 area, holding on that 200 EMA. So hopefully that picks back up a little bit. We've got CBio here, another big run up 150 to just over $2 here, back down to about $1.70. This one's in a pretty good spot right now to probably take off. So we'll keep an eye on CBio here. OCUP, didn't bother charting it, not a whole lot to go off of here. Been pretty spotty since the morning, so I don't expect anything out of this, but of course we want to keep our eye on it. And we have HTGM here. Nice run up. We're seeing a lot of volume pickup recently, so this is definitely going to be good. We're just waiting to see the market open now, see how this plays out. We could see a pretty nasty drop on open to that VWAP, but I think this might be a stock that runs. We'll have to wait and see. Other than that, we will have other stuff popping up, so we'll just kind of keep an eye on it as it comes in, and we'll go from there. TRVI looking like it might bounce here. We'll have to see. A couple more seconds and we'll have open. All right, so we're opening up. We're going to go for a TRVI trade at 250. We're going to go for a 270 PT and then a 245 stop out. Hopefully this starts to take off here. 245 is pretty close. If you want to give it a little extra room, I'm going to jump in around a little less than 250 if I can. I'm going to aim for that 245 area. Got pretty close to it, so we can lower that stop loss a little bit. It wasn't like something great. There's not a huge amount of room on TRVI here to really give us the proper area we need to go into. So from the 246 entry, we're looking at a stop about, I mean, 240 would be great, but we're going to have to go 241 to really manage that risk. So that'll be probably the best we're going to get. We're going to see where that takes us. We've got NRSN here, which seems to be holding pretty consistently here so far on this candle, so we're going to have to see with that. HTGM is kind of going nuts, so we're going to go ahead and give this one a go, HTGM. This one could definitely go pretty crazy, so we're going to go 105. We're going to try for 130 here, and just a $1 stop. I know that stop is tight. We could definitely hit $1 pretty easy here, and it is a big stop out. That's about a 5% stop out if you get it at $1.05. So really, you got to manage the risk. Don't take anything bigger than a 5-cent stop out on it, and just hopefully we end up going in the right direction here. It did have a big run up. It does have lots of conviction behind it, so hopefully we start to see some movement here. And remember, around this price range, every cent is going to be 1%, so that's going to be okay. It looks like TRVI is doing okay so far. Nothing fantastic. We might see a breakdown on it. HTGM seeing a high of 109 here, 110. So from 105, we're looking pretty good here. We could start to take some profits out here at 118. That's what we're going to do. Taking some profits on HTGM around 120. Lots of profit there. We definitely don't want to miss out on that. We're going to leave a runner because it is risky, but we do want to make sure that we see or we take any more opportunity out of it. NRSN is another one that's looking good. We could get in around $3. We're going to aim for about 330 on it, and we're going to go for a 290 stop on it. So give it 10 cents from wherever you get in. 290 is fairly safe. Obviously, nothing's guaranteed in this market, but it's looking pretty okay at 290. So, oh crap, what did I do? I hope I didn't just mess up the tracker again. I gotta remember not to try and drag stuff. HTGM saw a new high there of a 120. Looks like we still have a decent amount of conviction here. It looks like it's probably going to go up. We have TRVI really taking off here, almost hitting that 260 area. Not quite where we want to be, but we did get in a little lower than what we specified. So, getting close to that 260 mark is definitely not a bad thing, especially when we're at the top of this band. So we want to make sure we're taking some profits on TRVI. 260, 260-ish. So we got up to about 258 there. Not too bad. It was looking pretty all right. So we have NRSN up pretty high here near 313. We're doing pretty okay with that. Oh, I messed up the NRSN PT there, but I'm sure people can figure it out. That's 330. 315, kind of a decent area to take some profits if you got in around $3. HTGM still hitting that 120 mark. It looks like we're hitting a little bit of resistance as we've seen that top out a couple times. CanF not really doing anything. CBIOS bouncing off that 200 EMA so far. That could be another decent trade. Yeah, maybe we jump in on that soon. TRVI just hitting that 260 area now, so that's where we're going to be taking some profit. All right, and we're going to leave a runner in there because we might see something great out of that. We did see up to 316 on NRSN. We were saying we were going to take some profit around 315. Taking some profits on NRSN, 315-ish. Not looking too bad. Looks like we did get very close to actually stopping out there, though. Looks like it might come back. We have a runner in that, so we'll see what happens with that. We have HTGMI, or HTGM, not I, looking like it might try and break out here. It could be topping out. We could be looking at it coming down from here, but I still think that it has a good chance it could break out, so I want to give it that opportunity here. CBIO back down a little bit. CanF not doing anything. NRSN back to $3. TRVI still holding. We're looking at 263 now. We're almost at that VWAP line. That'll be resistance there. We might get rejected off there. If not, we could get rejected off 270. That's what we're ultimately aiming for right now, is that 270 mark. If we can break through this VWAP with some strength, we might actually see higher than 270 as well. It's going to take some time to figure that out, though. CBIO back up to 170. OCUP not doing anything. We got IMTE popping up we could take a look at. IMTE looks like it's going nuts as well. We could definitely try an IMTE trade. We'd want to get down about halfway through that candle, so 336. We're going to aim for 360 and then a 3... Whoops, not V. So just to put about a 15-cent stop loss from wherever you get in max. So we're going to go for a 328 stop. I'll give it 328 stop. So we did see a high there, 369, but I'm sure we'll get some more out of it. So if we get in around 336, which is like kind of where we're aiming for, stop loss is going to be about 328 right there. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can scrape together some profits out of IMTE. Am I in TRVI? I am in TRVI, yep. TRVI didn't get posted? Oh, yeah, I mean, it kind of got posted, but it didn't really. Yeah, it didn't get the... Hit 290? Oh, no. IMTE came down to entry point there, hit 332. Not a terrible entry. I don't think I'm going to move that stop down, though. I think at 332 or around that area, I'm still okay with that 328 stop if it keeps going down. But I think we might see an upturn out of this, so we'll have to wait and see on that. We have yet to break another high on HTGM. NRSN's continuing its breakdown, so we do stop out on the runner. TRVI hits that 270, bounces off. We see 275, so that's PT on TRVI. Taking most out and leaving a small runner. Unfortunately, yeah, the template didn't go through. You hit one wrong button on that, and the whole template just goes out the window, and it just posts exactly what you write. Which is, like, fine to some degree. Still gets the parameters up, but you have to know what you're looking at, I guess. We did break a new high there on HTGM 123 there, so Looks like we still have some bullishness in play. NRSN continues to break down. TRVI is looking okay. HTGM's looking good. We have IMTE on its way back up a little bit here. We're at 339. Oh, almost had that logged wrong in the tracker there. There we go. What else we got to look at? We have seed. We got lots popping up, so we can take a look at a lot of this stuff. CEAD. This one's looking pretty decent too, actually. I like the consistency in the pattern here, so we might end up taking a seed trade as well. We've got CNTB. That's looking good. CanF is not looking good, so we can get rid of this for CNTB. CNTB not really looking great. I don't like the way that's looking. We saw a nasty drop on HTGM here. We did hit that 124 area and drop back down pretty dramatically. NRSN might come back, but not too. I wouldn't guarantee that at all. IMTE back around 335. Seed looking half decent, but it looks like it's losing a lot of its volume here. IMTE looking like it's probably going to turn around. NRSN might curl up here. Yeah, I'm not sure about NRSN yet. You know what? That MACD is curling up pretty nicely here, so I think I am going to risk it. NRSN, we're going to try for a 290 entry. We're going to go for a 310 PT and then a 280. I'm going to give it a 282 stop. We'll give it slightly more, or less than 10 cents. All right, so with the 290 entry, NRSN at with a 282 stop, we're looking for about 20 cents profit here. Hopefully we get that. HTGM's down massively right now. It might bounce off this VWAP. That could be another potential play as well. We only have a tiny bit left in this trade anyway, so I'm thinking we can risk it. HTGM, we're going to be going for about $1.10 entry. We're going to aim for $1.25 and then $1.05 stop. So we're going to give it about a 5-cent stop. It's still pretty big, but I don't think I'll hold for $1.05. I think I'd end up cutting before that. So our stop is technically here, but I'd probably be looking to cut around $1.07. Looks like we're on the right side of this trade, though, as it starts to head back up. This is where that delay on YouTube would absolutely kill you. Like the first 10-15 minutes of the day, everything just runs like crazy, and you have maybe 30 seconds to get in. So with a 45-second delay, by the time you even hear the alert, it could already be too late. 110. Let's see here. NRSN did move up a tiny bit, but it looks like it's coming back down now. It actually didn't move up a tiny bit. It's kind of bounced off that 292 resistance, hasn't broken through yet. That's kind of sad. TRVI still kind of going here. We're at 278 on it. We still have a tiny runner in it. Nothing fantastic. CNTB looks like it's dead. CBio. I did make that run from 200 EMA at $1.67 to $1.81. That could have been a really good trade. I was just kind of in a lot of trades at the time, but that one would have been a really good one. IMTE does stop us out at 328. That's actually really just a tight stop. Could have given it a little more room. Felt so lost, yeah. Yeah, I would say that if you're on the YouTube one, you're probably more there for the educational aspect of it, because a lot of the alerts are just, they're too far behind on the YouTube to really be super useful. You could use them as ideas, but you can't really focus on the entries and exits. So, I mean, I was opting for like a 3-minute delay on it, but with a 3-minute delay, it's like completely useless. So I think a 40-second delay is fair. TRVI starting to turn around here. NRSN might come back, hopefully. HTGM is all over the place right now. We saw a high of 117. They're not bad from 110. That's still about 7%, so you can definitely take profits on that kind of stuff. I do think that this stock is going to go. It's holding on that VWAP line really well. I think... first I have to call a stop. That's what I have to do first. IMTE. But I do think that this is going to go, so I kind of want to jump back in on IMTE again anyway. Maybe give it a fair shake at a stop loss. So 332 or 330 entry. We're going to go for a 350 PT and then just a 320 stop. So that gives us a little bit of extra room here. Hopefully we don't get stopped out on that. It's a fair shake for a stop, about 10 cents. HTGM, we're going to say we want to take profits around that 117 mark if we can. Taking some profits on HTGM around 117. It's a little late to tell people to take profits on it, but got to make sure that people kind of know where we're taking profits and stuff. CEAD took a nasty drop there. IMTE looking okay. CBio still sitting up right at that VWAP line. If it gets rejected again, it'll probably come down a little bit and we'll likely see an opportunity to jump back in. NRSN still kind of struggling here. We'll see what that has in store. ES taking a little bit of a dive. Oh, okay. CBio starting to break through VWAP. This could be a really good move for CBio here. IMTE hits a high there of 340. From 330, that's 10 cents profit. You could take a little bit out if you want to. Seed looks like it might try and make a recovery here. You know what? I think we do need to... Whoa. That's not what I meant to do. I think we do need to jump into CBio here if we can around 180, and we're going to try for 190 with a 176 stop loss. We're going to give it 4 cents. We could probably afford to give it more, but I really don't want to see this break down from that VWAP line. I think that's the main thing here. And if it does, I'll be more than happy to take that tight stop and try again later. So we're hitting our entry point here at 180, jumps up to 184 just like that. So we're seeing some buying pressure kicking up. HTGM recently had that spike back up to 117, so there was that opportunity to take profits at 117. I still think it could probably go a little bit higher, so we're still holding onto a runner with that. NRSN breaks down, so that hits our stop loss. Can't say I'm super surprised, but it was definitely an opportunity. We could have seen some profits there. It just NRSN's too weak today. We saw that run up here, and it's not holding here. We are near the bottom here. Once we hit that 200 EMA, this will be another opportunity to take a play on this stock. So we'll keep an eye for that and see when that happens and see what that looks like. IMTE up to that 340 level again. Looks like a pretty heavy consolidation. We'll probably see a run up on this. CBio jumping up to 186 a couple times here. Looks like we're starting to top out. If we see 186 again, I'll probably take a little bit off the table here just to secure some profits. So taking some profit, CBio 186. Don't want to keep the full amount after we've seen so much resistance. HTGM at that 117 level again. We'll see if we can see a breakout from 117. We're seeing 118 here, so we're seeing a new high over the last 5 minutes. Looking half decent. I think we could probably see more out of it. Hopefully, fingers crossed. NRSN continues its breakdown. We have CBio starting its breakdown. Hopefully, took some profits. You could stop out here if you want to at that $1.78 area, but there is support there, so we might see a bounce right from there. IMTE all the way up at 352, 355. We're going to go ahead and take some profits on that. Taking some profits. Oh, that's actually PT. Taking some profits, IMTE, at that around 355 area. Not bad. Not like crazy high profits, but you know what? Kind of nice to get decent sized trades without too much risk. We're almost at 120 here on HTGM, so that's another opportunity to take it a little bit more if you want to. I believe that might be... No, 125 is what we're aiming for. We hit 123 there. Definitely taking some money off the table here. All right, we hit 124. Not bad, not bad. Very close to PT. That is the high a day, so we could get a harsh rejection here. So make sure you're taking some off the table at 124. We might see 125. If we can break 125, we could start seeing higher PTs start to get hit here. TRVI does look like it's turning around. Might have missed our opportunity. I think around 250 to 260, probably a good area. Anything higher than 260, and I think we're missing out on quite a bit of profit here, and not really worth jumping in on right this second. HTGMI is looking good. CBio bouncing off our stop loss, it looks like. So if you didn't take profit on CBio, you're definitely stopping out. So let's just go ahead and say didn't take profit earlier. Could be another opportunity to jump in here. I would ideally like this to come back down to the support line here at 172 before another entry. IMTE did hit all the way up to 360 or just below, so we still have a runner in that. It is going pretty well. I think we could probably squeak out a little bit more on that. TRVI continues its little move here. Hoping it doesn't break into a new high. If it breaks into a new high and start running, I'm going to be upset I didn't get that. Even though it would have been a late entry, I would still be upset about it. A lot of momentum picking up. It looked like it almost did want to go for that breakout, but we hit that high there. And it looks like it got rejected pretty good. 126 on HTGMI. HTGM. I don't know why I'm adding I to it today. Looking pretty good. We did just break into a new high here, so we're going to see probably a little bit of a run up. Maybe to 130. Might even get higher than 130. It's not really showing me anything. A lot of red numbers. A lot of people looking to take profits in the 128s. Gonna have a lot of resistance at that area. Bot is running again today. We can take a look at that. BHAT. Oh, not hat. BH. One thing I hate about TradingView, the first letter you type in just opens it up instead of actually typing in that letter. Get rid of that. Bot is running pretty good here from 265 to 320. Waiting for a pullback. That's my official statement. At 292 would be the pullback level I'd want to get in at. IMTE back to that 350 area. We have CBio back down. We're hoping to see that drop to $1.72. IMTE still sitting pretty. We've got NRSN down at that 200 EMA. Again, we could do NRSN play here with a tight stop. So 272. We're going to go for a 290 PT and a 268 stop loss. Let's give it a 260. Let's give it a 266 stop loss. So we're going to give it a fair shake, I guess. We need to give it a little bit of room, but feel free, if this drops and you see a body below that 200 EMA, we definitely don't want to be in it. So just cut it whenever you want if it drops below that 200 EMA. Definitely. But you know what? We see some strong support in this area already. So we could see a healthy bounce from here. HTGMI, not GMI, just GM. It's just one of those days for me. It looks like it could potentially keep going here. TRVI might move back down. IMTE does hit that 360 level a couple times. Definitely good profit on the table with that. You could definitely take some of that 360 level if you want. Bats back down a little bit here. CNTB is not something we want to keep our eye on, but we have other stuff. Woo. You know what? That's a pretty high range, and we're not seeing much movement here, so we're not actually interested in that one. SNCY. Again, really high price, not a lot of movement, so not something we're interested in. That one's just heading down, and these ones aren't moving at all. We have TRVI and NRSN with the alerts right now, so we're going to keep an eye on that. NRSN breaking down a little bit. Looks like body is staying above so far, so keep an eye on that. TRVI heading down. HTGM looking like that one is also going to head down. We might see another VWAP, and if we hit VWAP, that would be another good opportunity to take an entry on it, as that bottom band is definitely curling up as well. HTGM could be the big play for the day here, just taking these 15% trades over and over, or roughly 15%. Still holding NRSN. Should definitely get ready for about $1.14 entry on HTGM here. IMTE starting to worry me with this consolidation, but you know what? We saw consolidation, it moved higher. We're seeing consolidation, could definitely just move higher again. We're almost at VWAP here on bot. This could be a decent play. I think I'm willing to risk it with a tight stop. So with bot, we're going to be looking to get in 295. We're going to be giving it about a 320 PT. Whoop, I did it again. 320 PT. And then we're going to give it just a 290 stop. So we're just going to give it 5 cents. That's more than enough room. I really don't think we need more room than that. HTGM's back up to 120 here, so it looks like it didn't bounce back down quite enough for another entry, but you know what? That's kind of the beauty of having these stop losses or these runners, because we can definitely just hold on to that runner and hit more. Penny juice. We could take a look at it. See how bad it is. Ooh, 38 cents. Yikes. That is going to be a 1 cent stop loss. That's a little tight. NRSN's got to start moving up here. We're seeing a little bit of a lack of volume here, but nothing too bad. We're seeing that MACD start to curl up, which is what we want to see. Bottom band is right there. It's stopping below or above our stop loss, which is another good sign for us. So I think we're okay here. TRVI is eventually going to break out of this range, but until it does, I think that it's looking pretty healthy. I'd like to see it make a new high on this jump. If it does make a new high, it could be pretty bullish. We're going to see if HTGM can break its high. A bot did take that nasty, nasty drop. Make sure I ledger that. Just a tight stop. I'm okay with that. You know what? With stuff like this that has a major run up, it's only probably a 50-50 chance it's going to bounce off that VWAP line. It's not a whole lot that tells you otherwise. This could still bounce, but it's really close to that zero line on MACD, so this is not where you want to take that risk, because this could definitely dump hard. HTGM's back down a little bit. NRSN might start to move up here at some point, hopefully. TRVI is looking good for a re-entry. TRVI, we're going to go with a 260 entry. We're going to go for a 280 PT and then a 255 stop loss, because we really don't want to see this start to break down any more than about 255. Even if we get in a little lower here, I'm going to jump in here 250, 258. Got 259, but that's okay. I can accept that. So looking okay though. I would say I don't want it to make a new low. I don't even want it to hit that 255 level, to be honest. I'd like to see it start to move up from here, so that's why the tight stop loss. You could, if you want to play the safe, you could give it a little extra room, maybe 253. It's still within reason for our stop losses and might work out a little better for you. I am risking a higher chance of a stop out here, but I'm playing with tighter stops today. NRSN with a nice shot up to 283 there. So not looking too bad. That is 10 cents profit. We want to take a little bit off the table there. Looks like we made, yep, just 283 there. Oh, not that one. Okay, so we're not looking too bad on this. It's definitely a good opportunity to take some profit, so we will make sure we do that. TRVI is showing a little bit of weakness here as we break down on that MACD a little bit, so hopefully that reverses and starts moving back up pretty quick. Otherwise, we'd be risking that stop out. But we'll see how it goes. HTGMI, not GMI. God, I did it again. HTGM is looking okay still. Hasn't come back down to that VWAP, hasn't hit any higher than $1.28. Kind of all over the place. So we're kind of just holding on to the little bit we have left in that runner. Hoping that we hit at least $1.30. I'd like to see like $1.40 out of it, but I also kind of want to come back down because our big money is going to be if this hits VWAP and goes back up. So that's what we're kind of hoping for here. NRSN makes its move up. We are seeing TRVI break down even a little bit more, but it hasn't quite stopped us out yet. IMTE makes that move up to almost 370, very close to where we want to see it, just below that high of today. So if we can break that high, we might see this run as well. But looks like it might come back here. Definitely a strong possibility. Yeah, you know what? I just I don't know about this one. 268 or 286 to 315. It's not really great on profits. I feel like we'd be risking another pretty tight stop out, but yeah, I don't like it. I'm not gonna do it. ALNA looking okay, I guess. Again, this one you would have to have such a tight stop on it. I'm not really sure it would be worth it. HTGM looks like it's coming down a little bit here. We are seeing that very close to the zero line on MACD. If that breaks through on that MACD, we could see some issues here, but let's wait and see what happens there. TRVI does stop us out. Very tight stop out, so I'm not too upset about that. We did see a nice jump on NRSN here up to that 290 area. NRSN, that was PT. So looking good on that. TRVI was 1 cent away from like a breakout or stopping us out, because it definitely stopped us out. Definitely stopped us out now, unfortunately. 3 stops for you? Like 3 stops in a row or 3 stops all day? I think I'm at 3 stops. Let's see. Gotta scroll all the way down. All day, that's not too bad then. Oh, I'm at 4 stops actually. So I'm doing pretty bad. We're at 53% today, but we still hit 4 stops. They're tight stops though, so it's not too big of an issue, but I don't really like to hit that. All right, so we saw a breakdown on that MACD. This could be an opportunity for a good buy-in on HTGM. This could be the end of the run, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna go for $1.12 here. We're gonna aim for $1.25, and then a dollar. Give it $1.08 stop. That's what we're gonna do. $1.08 looks pretty safe, unless we get knifed on really hard. This looks like a good opportunity to bounce back on it, so we're gonna see what happens. We're already at $1.14 from $1.12, so that's actually starting to move in our direction a little bit. Wow, actually really fast. $1.19. I'm gonna take a little bit off the table here just to secure some. Taking some profit on HTGM, about $1.19. $1.20, I'll take it. You know what? That moved in our direction very, very quickly. Another time where that 45-second delay would have been just way too much. By the time they even hear this, it'll already be up to like 124. We're up at 120, just hitting 123. That's actually almost PT already. That just happened to move in the direction we wanted to move very, very quickly. Literally dropped exactly to 112 and then shot up almost to 125. Yep, just literally the first bar. You had literally like 30 seconds to buy in, and now it's at PT. That was a 2-minute trade. I'm going to stay in a little bit longer, but we are taking some more profits here. HTGM. Wait. Yeah, HTGM. Taking some more profits. 130. And leaving a runner because we broke a new high. That was nuts. We went from 112 to 130 in 2 minutes. And that's big profits. Big profits. What was that? That was 16% trade. Not bad. I think we could still hit a little higher on it, so I'm leaving that runner. We'll see what happens. NRSN, if you didn't take more profits at that 290 mark when we hit PT, I would kind of be thinking about exiting. I do think this is going to come back down to that 200 EMA, so keep that in mind. TRVI continues its breakdown. CBio, not really doing a whole lot. IMTE hit a high there, 368. Nothing too crazy. But you know what? We made some decent money off it. We're back at VWAP here. This could be good. We're at like that zero line on MACD again as well. So we might want to just think about taking another play. IMTE on, was that 345? We're going to aim for that 370 mark. Give it a 335 stop. So we're going to give it about 10 cents. Stop loss is going to be right there. There we go, 343, looking good. I'll happily take that. I'm not going to move that stop loss down either. We're going to leave a B because we're just crossing negative on that MACD, so this could spell bad news for us, but you know what? It paid off on HTGM pretty good here, so I'm assuming IMTE could do the same thing here. Maybe not quite as dramatic as HTGM because we just went all the way up to 130, all the way back down to 115. And again, I'm going to be looking to buy back in on HTGM at 115-ish, 114. We're going to aim for that 130 mark now, and we're going to go for a 110 stop. So our 110 stop is going to bring us up a little bit here, about there. Nothing too bad. Getting that opportunity over and over again here at 116, that's probably close enough. You could probably get 115 though if you're patient. And not usually patient. I think I'm just going to buy in at 116 here. Okay. IMTE did exactly what we thought it was going to do. It's up at 360, almost 365. So we're going to take some money off the table here. You taking profit on IMTE, 365-ish. Yeah, just again, you know what? Just happened to work out. It's weird. It's weird when things do that. HTGM looks like it needs to start moving up here as we're breaking pretty bearish on this MACD. 110 still hard to hit. I think I would cut if it broke through where this band is. So probably like 112. I definitely don't want to hit 112 again, but we'll have to wait and see. And RSM still looking like it's gonna turn around on us here. We'll definitely have to see with that one, but does not turn around at all. So we thought that this might around here, but you know what? We didn't like the way it was looking. It was too much risk and not enough reward, and it just dropped. So we're okay with that. CBio, again, you know what? When it bounces down to this 175 level, there's a good chance of some profit here, as it could end up moving back up pretty heavily. So definitely something to keep in mind. IMTE sitting around that 360 area. Make sure you take some profits there. HTGM looks like, even though that MACD was really giving up there, the price wasn't. So we're likely to see a move up here. NRSN not doing a whole lot here. CBio still kind of sitting. We have IMTE still sitting around that 360 level. Nothing new really popping up on the scanner. We have possibly ACUS here. Yeah, I don't like the range is too slim on that. ADPH. Well, the range isn't slim, but the price action's not really lining up, so I don't like that either. Yeah, that looks like about it. ES is back up, recovered very nicely here. We'll probably see another dip on that. NRSN looks like it's been holding this level for a long time. It looks like it could potentially start to try and maybe retest that 392. HTGM back down. We're seeing it hit highs of about 118, back down to 116. It's really struggling at this point. MACD is really breaking down. We'll likely see this start to give up. That bottom band is starting to open up really wide, so that could be an issue. Top band is starting to point down too. A lot of this is looking like not great, so I think I'm going to try and get out with a small... it doesn't look like we're going to get profit out of it now. Had the right idea, but that right idea was about 3 seconds too late. So we're going to go ahead and cut. HTGM. Took a small loss on it, nothing major. I'm okay with that. HTGM's given us a lot today, so it's definitely due for a good pullback. I mean, we started today, it started at 83 cents. We made our way all the way up to $1.30, so you know what? That's pretty good. We took a lot of that profit too. I think, can't even tell you what we're at with that. HTGM, we took one trade for 14%, then 15%, 16%, and then a 1.7% loss. Could have probably gotten a broken even on HTGM here. It might come back up enough to get a break even, but I wasn't really willing to risk it. We are getting to that time of day where things start to slow down, so definitely something to keep in mind. We see IMTE with the drop here. It might end up coming down quite a bit more, but bottom band still facing up, which is a good sign. We could try for another 345 entry with a 365 PT. Might not be the worst idea in the world. Let's go IMTE 345 to 365 with a 335 stop out. So we're going to keep the stop the same. Hopefully this starts to move up. Again, we have to watch that MACD as it heads down towards that 0 threshold. Curious to see what HTGM does here, if it continues its drop or if it hits this consolidation area of $1.10, $1.11 and it starts to recover off that. Could be a decent recovery option, so we're going to keep an eye on it, especially with how overextended downwards we are right now. Ascending triangle on IMTE. I can kind of see that. The 3 minutes looking okay. What's the 5 minute looking like? 5 minutes looking like it's had its first pullback back down to that 345 area. So I don't know. Maybe we're okay. Maybe we're not. Kind of hard to tell at this point. But we'll see in the next couple minutes here. That's for sure. HTGM's breaking down to that 110 level. So here's where we're going to see if it can recover or not. Hopefully people didn't hold till the stop loss. Had lots and lots of opportunity to take a cut before that. Bot might be curling. It looks like this isn't holding. It's probably going to go for the next support line then. Bot could be curling. We're seeing kind of sporadic volume, sporadic price action. I'm not getting a clear read on this, and the range it's okay. I mean, if you played a decent amount here, but I really don't think we're going to see much of a recovery. But yeah, MACD is curling for sure. Took a little bit of a nasty dip there on IMTE as it hit 344. Or 343. HTGM looks like it bounced back up to that 110 area. Let's see if it can hold. IMTE not looking great. I'll give it that. It's looking okay at best. We're starting to see that breakdown, that MACD, and that kind of worries me. Bottom band is still curling up right now, which is good to see. HTGM looks like it may start to move up. MACD with a sharp turn. I like that. You know what? I'm willing to give HTGM one more shot here. We're going to go for a 110 entry. We're going to go for a 125. PT, and then a 105 stop. We don't even need that 5-cent stop. We could probably go a lot less than that, because if we start to see new lows, we're probably going to want to be out of it anyway. But we'll go with that for now. Oh, that was like 104.9. That's good enough. I do think this has opportunity for a really, really steep recovery, so we're going to take that chance. IMTE back up a little bit here. MACD looks like it was trying to curl up, but starting to give up a little bit. We're all over the place with IMTE. It's starting to worry me, so I think I'm going to cut and try and get a little bit of profit out of it. Cutting IMTE for small profits if I can. It's kind of all over the place. I think there's a decent opportunity that IMTE could go back up, but at the same time, I don't really want to risk a 10-cent stop out if I'm not fairly certain on it. So we're around break even right now. Okay. HTGM made its way back up to $1.15 there. Decent place to take some profits right at that VWAP right there. HTGM, $1.15, because I bounced right off the VWAP. We could see this start to come back down, but I'm still thinking it's likely for a decent recovery on it. CBio breaking down, IMTE back up to that 357 area. This is where I'm going to take my my profits, or some of it. I'm going to leave a runner in it. I'm going to leave a very, very small amount because there's that opportunity that we do get higher than 356, 357, whatever we got up to there. Yeah, 357. Really not a lot though, because I still think that this has a good chance it just crashes into our stop loss, so I just don't really want to risk too much on it. But we still actually walked away with at least 10 cents profit on IMTE, so I'm happy with that. All know with the drop. HGGM's taking too long here. Might be a good idea to cut or get a break even. I'm not really sure yet. This is looking like something we could get knifed on. Shouldn't have cut it. Yeah, it looks like it recovered pretty strong there. I was waiting for like slightly. I was hoping for 350, got 356 out of it, so I can't really complain. But I'm kind of honestly shocked that it went up from here all the way back up. I saw 345. I was like, yeah, I could get out of break even, but yeah. And then I got excited seeing it up here, and I cut when I probably could have actually held a little bit longer to see what happens. I might have given up a little bit of the profit here, but it could have been good. HTGM's breaking down, so I would definitely look for an exit here if you're still in it. MACD's completely turned around on it, so make sure you're taking a cut on that. IMTE's looking okay here. I don't know if I trust IMTE enough to get back into it with more, though. I think I'm okay with my tiny runner I have. Still be called a runner. Like, I get if you cut it and you're in profit, it's a runner, but I mean, technically I did cut it in profit. However, that wasn't really the intent. Do we call it like the remaining hope? Not really sure. Yeah, HTGM's definitely breaking down. NRSN's not really doing anything. You could see NRSN move up today. I think there's a decent opportunity of that. Really not seeing much else on the scanner. ACUS looks like it's hitting the top of the thing now. So we can take another look at it, see if the, I don't know. It's like, it's doing okay. It's making moves now. Its range is breaking out a little bit better. Still sitting up really high, but that VWAP is all the way up there as well. ACUS could definitely be something that we see run today. Like throughout the day, maybe. IMTE with another breakdown. I kind of wanted to hit the stop because then that justifies my cut. But I also have a small amount in it, so I kind of hope it goes back up to like, hopefully it hits 370. That would be cool. HTGM might turn around here. Yeah, I don't know if I trust HTGM. We're still far ways away. Yeah, I was just looking at that. I'm not really sure about HTGM at this point. We're seeing that there's like some areas where there could be some support, and we're seeing some bounces. They kind of look like dead cat bounces to me. And we're likely going to see quite a few of the dead cat bounces, at least until we hit that 200 EMA. So if I was going to play it, I'd be playing with pretty tight price targets, maybe like 5 or 6 cent price targets. Waiting until we see consolidation around lows. Like here, we've hit this low, 306 a couple times. So we're likely to see this probably move back up to about $1.11. Did I say 306? I meant 106. To about $1.11 there. That would be my guess. I'm not really too confident, so I'm not going to take any plays on it, but that would be what I'd be looking to do on it. Starting to break into a new low here. NRSN might break out. Yeah, no kidding. That was a 1 minute candle. That would have been something that stops out an account pretty quick there. 38.30 all the way down to 38.17. Yikes. Yeah, that was a big drop. This will likely even see a little bit lower as well. Yeah, we'll see what this stuff has in store. I think Akis is probably the easiest, possibly the easiest play here, as we're seeing a lot more volume. However, I'm not confident enough in this to keep up that kind of volume, so I really don't want to bother even taking a play on it. However, if I was on ES right now, I'd be saying this is probably going to move up from like, here, and I'd be looking to like get out maybe like here. All right, that would be PT. I would be done for the day at that point. That was a solid like 316 to 319. $3 move there. And that's how I play futures. And do that for 5 minutes and call it a day. For HGGM's $1 too, yeah. Yeah, it must be slow if we're looking at futures already. Yeah, no kidding. I kind of look at it just to take my mind off the stocks, because at some point stocks become less profitable, and if you're still trying to play things, uh, Nick, yeah, I stream on Discord on Rags to Riches with no delay. But yeah, I mean, like I take my mind off stocks with features, because sometimes stocks just aren't really profitable. There goes our NRSN. Yeah, it's definitely going now. We still have like a tiny bit in NRSN. I'm thinking we should probably take it out at $3 here. Although it's not even that much more. Yeah, that brought up our average like pretty much non-existent, like 4 cents. So it's whatever. I'm happy to close it out with a little bit more profit. I think that rarely ever happens where we have that little bit of a runner and it comes back. He did not get a fill. That's too bad. Looks like HTGM is in fact sitting up pretty high right now. It's looking like it recovered off that $1.05 area. This is the area where I said that we're going to get a dead cat bounce. It's probably going to move down from here to $1.11. So that's where I'd be looking to take a cut on it. I'm still assuming this is a dead cat bounce. Although, you know what? That MACD, it is recovering really strong. We're about to break positive on it. That could be a really good thing for the stock, but we'll see. We'll see. This is all a hypothetical trade anyway. Yes, limit buys are very tough to project, especially on stocks like HTGM today or like IMT. Maybe that was easier. NRSN, there was some opportunities where you could have limit bought. Um, but yeah, it is really hard with some of these stocks to limit buy, and you're risking the alternative is one, you might get a bad fill, or two, you might get no fill, right? So you kind of have to weigh which option's actually worse at the end of the day. Sometimes it's better to get a bad fill because you can still make good profit on it. Like a lot of these stocks today, if you tried to limit buy, you probably would not have gotten filled on it. Or if you were lucky, maybe you did. But on the chance that you didn't, like HTGM, for instance, if you were playing HTGM, you probably missed out on a solid like 30 or 40% profit. But with something like NRSN, maybe it was a little bit easier to limit by. IMTE was probably a little bit easier to limit by because the spread's not bad. The stock's pretty consistently hitting lows and highs. So, it's not too hard to do that. AKIS is still looking good. But yeah, HTGM for sure would have been hard to limit by into. This has recovered more than I thought it would, so. And we're back positive on that MACD, so this is all looking good. I think it's too high to buy in now. I definitely wouldn't be risking it at this point. I think we just kind of leave this be for now, unless you're already in it. That was definitely a 10-cent recovery, or about 8% recovery on that, so it's looking pretty good. Like, that was a nice recovery. Bought all the way back up to 290 there. Dropped as low as 259 to 290. Look at that. AKIS still sitting around that 660 mark. We have IMTE with the breakdown, HTGM with the recovery, NRSN sitting up higher than I thought we were going to see all day on the stock. So, yeah, that one's looking half decent. TRVI is not doing anything, which was weird because I thought TRVI was going to be the stock that went today and NRSN was going to be the stock that died. But it looks like NRSN is starting to pick up a little bit. HTGM was definitely the best, though, out of all of them because we made tons and tons of money off it. Got about 5 minutes left. We'll go through the money board here. So we're up to $500,000 or just under. That's 159,000 for the day. 47% gains. Again, we were aiming for that 500 to 50,000. Definitely made more than that now. So we were aiming for 500,000. We're just about there. So I mean, I think we still have two more trading days. No, one more. My bad. It's the 29th, not the 28th. This is still a day off. I don't know why. Oh, I think there was a holiday somewhere in here. Gonna have to find that and fix it. No locates for it. Yeah. Juneteenth. Yeah. As far as the trades go, we hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stops. So that's not too bad, I guess. I mean, we've had worse days. This day was pretty bad. We hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 stops that day. So looking pretty good here. Yeah, definitely made more today. HTGM is definitely the big winner. TRVI was actually pretty decent that first round, but HTGM was definitely better all around after that. We hit quite a few decent plays on it. One stop on it. Walked away with an extra 4.5% that time. Where's that money board again? Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Just wanted to see the... There we go. So we're saying at a 72% average win rate, which is not that bad. I just like to stay above 70% if I can, so I'm thinking that's pretty decent for now. We're apparently up just over 109,000%. 109,000? Yeah. Yeah, so it's looking pretty good there. HTGM still looking like it's running up a little bit here. It's got to break through that VWAP though, which is going to be a pretty strong resistance. You're down $1. Cheers, man. Take care. NRSN's up $3 still. We have HTGM still looking like it might. I think it's probably going to come back down for a little bit of a consolidation before it breaks out. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're $1 down, that's not that bad. I would just call it a day. And unless you see like an absolute perfect entry or something, like if you just happen to be looking at charts and you see something, then it's okay to jump back in with that mind frame. That like, oh, you know what, this is actually a good play. So I do that sometimes with futures. I'll just leave my chart open, and if I happen to see something during the day that just looks good, I'll just take it. CBio not really doing a whole lot. IMTE still sitting pretty low, but not really doing a whole lot. AKIS still making new highs here. The stock is like, it's a sleeper. It's just running, but it's running so slightly that I don't really ever want to play it. It's almost up at 690 from when we looked at it first, around that 570 level. So all around, it could have been some good money there, but yeah, no, it was just too slow for me. Yeah. Other than that, guys, I think we're basically done. We're not going to take a trade in the last 2 minutes here, so hopefully you guys made some money today. If not, or if you did, either way, I will see you guys again tomorrow. So take care, guys.